I talk about vibe a lot in my work and in my new book. And for me, when I'm creating an environment or curating an environment, it's about the vibe that you get when you're in the space. And so it's about sort of a totality of the senses. Like a place can be really, really beautiful, but if there's something off with the vibe in the space, it's like no one really wants to hang out there.
Your work is so specific, you had to invent a word. Tell me about inventing the word. You know what I'm talking about.
I do. Talk about Jungalow.
Yeah.
So yeah, the name of my blog is The Jungalow, which is a combination of jungle and bungalow. And it actually happened very organically, no pun intended. But I was hanging out in an apartment of mine. It was actually the only time I've ever lived by myself. I had just moved back to LA from New York, and I got like this cute little flat, and I had banana leaf wallpaper covering the entire thing.
Fabulous.
And there were palms everywhere and plants dangling from the ceilings. And we were, having some glasses of wine. I was with some girlfriends who were visiting from New York, and they're like, "This place is like a jungle. It's like a jungle bungalow." And then we all just kind of looked at each other. We were like, "It's a jungalow!"
So what is it about nature that inspires you so much?
I think that in this day and age, we are so disconnected from nature. And I think that, I live in Los Angeles, I live in a big city, and I know that feeling that I get when I am surrounded by nature, if I'm in a forest or a jungle or in the middle of a lake, and there's just sort of nothing like it. So much of my design work is directly inspired by nature, and people are always like, you're a maximalist, but I do feel like nature is maximal.
First book out, major success, bi-coastal, right? There's stories in that book from all over.
It really is trying to help people figure out how to bring good vibes home.
How does it feel to see something that you drew or created on a sofa or on a pillow? Is that just the wildest feeling ever?
It's so trippy. Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. I've always dreamed about doing this. I never counted on it. Like it felt like a pipe dream.
Why?
Because I didn't know how to get from A to Z. The more I do this and the more I own a business and design stuff that ends up in stores and in people's homes and stuff like that, the more I realize everything is about relationships and it's about people.
If there's one thing that you want someone who's sitting in your sofa or on the chair that you've created, if you want them to get one message from you, what would it be?
It would be that they should feel the freedom and the inspiration to make it their own.